that love have grown inside this place. I wanna know, how can I ever give up on this love when you're so dang good, you are real, and finally I feel that I belong inside of your arms. Can this be eternally, purely you and me?
Greeting, hard workers. I got my brother here, Mentu, Rhem, Ptah. Yes, yes, the great one.
Peace of
Quantity
mind.
in one.
Greetings, everyone. Peace of mind. Peace of mind.
Every time, every time. Just gonna have a quick build, quick chat, see what comes up.
All right.
I know for me today, one key thing I've been vibing on is like love and fear,
Mm.
and it's
Yeah.
like, seems like from what I'm observing, it's like right now fear is predominant in this
Yeah.
world,
Truth indeed.
and it's
I agree
like
with that.
it's like a choice at every turn, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Every step, every turn, we got the choice of
Mhm.
love and fear,
Mhm.
So it's like that fear is the basis of the sickness, the basis of the anxiety.
Mhm.
It's like, it's just a lot of that out there, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I see that. I've really been seeing that. And that's kind of like the bill we was having in class yesterday. Matter of fact, safe to say all week.
Okay.
Yeah, because Thursday was on that kind of vibe too. Like, because what we're seeing is many people look at the world and they see different things need to change, how things need to happen, whatever. But ultimately, the ones who are, as you say, the heart workers, something within their hearts is preventing them from stepping out there with total courage to say, hey, no, pull your pants up, nigga. Stop being a nigga. Become deity. Hey, you, why are you doing? Don't say that to her. Why? Don't talk to her like that. And it's like, who's willing to be brave enough to do that? And
Exactly.
And that courage, we're in. On Friday, we was talking to somebody and was saying to the point where, do you love your job? No. Then why are you there? Do you love this relationship? Good. No. Then why are you there? So
Exactly.
are we that afraid
Exactly.
to love? So it's
exactly. And realizing that they both can't stand in the same place. Fear and love can't stand in the same place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to choose one or the other.
And like you say, most people are choosing fear. They're choosing that fear. They're like,
exactly.
You can show
dominant.
Right. You can show them, look, you are doing what you do not love. So stop.
Exactly.
But I gotta. Wow. You're doing what you do not love.
Exactly. And really, I think a big part of it is just the awareness, which they call the consciousness or whatever. The real consciousness is the awareness of where we're choosing fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Really pointing it out in our lives. Like, because sometimes we just be on cruise control. We're not even thinking about what's going on. We just, like, in the program, running along the program, you know. So it's like it's so many areas where we're choosing fear and building up that reality for ourselves, building up that aura around ourselves.
You know, most people get confused with me. They like, well, I thought you don't believe in the Bible. Why are you always using the Bible? Why are you always quoting the Bible? It's not that I don't believe in the Bible. It's I don't believe that people believe the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Exactly.
I don't think they understand it, because the scripture that says what? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You know, it says thy kingdom come. Key word is come. Like it means it's not here. So that means it has to come. So therefore, whatever's here is not it. And it's people are holding on to what's here. So therefore, whatever has to come is not going to come, because we're not doing that will. It says on earth as it is in heaven. Most people even say, oh, you're going to be so heavenly good that you be no earthly good. No, I want to be so heavenly good that I bring all earthly greatness. Because if heaven's good, it has to be greater than what's on earth. So even if I'm just enough heaven good, then what it is on earth is going to be great.
Exactly.
So it's like, if we can discipline ourselves to want that, just the want first, that ain't even to do it. The want, you got to have discipline within the want first. Like the doing it is a problem, mostly because we haven't even disciplined ourselves in the want of it yet. Like, and that's
which that's what I was saying too about the awareness. Maybe it starts with the awareness of things. Like I had this one Joan where I talk about action statements, right? And being aware of our action statements. Meaning we may say we're Christians, but what do our action statements say?
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? When you smack the guy back that just smacked you, then your action statement says you don't believe what Yeshua said or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Like, so you say.
So I think the point though I was getting to is just that it's not about pushing to say like, okay, I gotta muster up all the discipline to be this or do that. It's like, no, just if you see that your action statement is saying this, let's say you write down your action statement and you say, okay, the fact that I went and blazed some bud or whatever means that I don't believe that the Most High is my source of peace. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you write down that action statement and you say, okay, this is what I believe at this moment. Then at least you're being aware of what your action statements are saying. You know? And then slowly but surely you begin to
do it.
Refine. You know, to what you know you believe from your core, you know, from what you know to be the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed, man. Yeah, and that's why like you say, it's like the whole bill is discipline in wanting it first. Like, okay, if you say I want to be Christian, then you're disciplined in the wanting of it. Like, okay, and like you say, you dismantle all the actions that adverse to that,
to whatever what you know to be the true, most optimum self.
Exactly, and that's constantly, man. That's really where I am now. Like, I'm done letting people get in my head and making me feel guilty or oh, you this and I thought this. It's like, hold on. At the end of the day, these are the principles that I want to uphold for me, that I accept as right and wrong. So it's about me. I don't eat meat. That's me. I'm not gonna go in your house and say and take out all your pork and throw it away and you shouldn't eat meat. This is what I want to do. These are the things that I want to do.
Exactly.
You know, these are the things that I have to establish for me, that at the end of the day, it's no more about debating. I'm not debating you. This is how I feel.
Exactly.
All day.
And then you shine forth as a beacon of that truth, that core truth that you know, that not just believe, but you're a knower then.
Exactly. Yep. And then those people, that beacon that you are a beacon to, are not to people you're trying to make see your way. Those are to the people who are looking and they believe as you believe, even like the Messiah says in the Bible. Hey, there go your mama, your family. No, my family believe as I believe.
Exactly.
So I'm not trying to force nobody to believe as I believe. I'm not trying to bully anybody into believing. And on the flip hand, nobody's gonna bully me into that. Exactly. And that's what I've allowed. I know.
Nor are they gonna allow. Nor are they gonna make us fearful about our way of life either. Like,
and that's right.
Like, am I being too this way, or am I too different, or will I die alone, like with this belief, or by myself with nobody to relate, or you know what I'm saying? All these fears, it's like that the world
has bullied on you.
Exactly. You know,
and that's what I mean. Like, I'm not trying to bully people, you know, and I'm not gonna let anybody bully. Yeah, you're not gonna bully me. Like, no, I don't wanna. Somebody did that one time with me. It was like, we was on the phone and, you know, speaking all this English, you know, and I'm like, you know, we were getting off the phone. I'm like, you know, wadu or correct or whatever, and then like, no, don't speak that to me. Whoa, you called my phone.
Exactly.
This is my phone. You're talking to me. Exactly. Then you gonna tell me what I can say and what I cannot say on my phone? And
I've had that issue, like when I'm like, yo, no meat, you know, nothing allowed in my house. Outside of my house, you can do what you want. But then they bully me about it, like I'm doing something wrong, you know.
How you gonna do that? That's not. You can't make nobody. I'm not making anybody.
Exactly.
I'm saying this is how I want it.
And like with the love, it's like, so it's like basically once cats are resonating that love, it's like and shining forth as that beacon, then it's like for those that aren't resonating to that, it's like it becomes evident. Like either we gonna resonate, or and it's almost like that anxiety and fear of the world is like the new boogeyman, you know, for adults.
It is, and I see it, man. I see it loud and clear, man. Yeah. It's just, but that's how we do. Like, we get that. Like, you're an enemy in your own home, and you're wanting to be able to maneuver and move, you know. And I went through that.
And it also makes me think of, like you saying, the courage to stand forth, you know. It's like, makes me think of how people would rather see you staring down at your phone at an event than to see you meditating. It makes them uncomfortable.
Right.
You sitting and meditating, looking within yourself. What you doing? You at a function. You need to be a part of this, you know. But if you're looking down at your phone, it's like, oh, he regular like the rest of us. This is good. I like it. I like that. He got an iPhone. He must be a good guy. He must got a good job or something, you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like there's a fear even behind that. Like,
Right. You
If
become
you
a
know
threat.
You want to be within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, like it's a threat to the world. Like it's a problem. So
What you plotting on?
Exactly. What you thinking about? You know, they want to pull you out of that. They want to, you know.
Yeah.
Why?
And that's
You chanting? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? You sad? You don't gotta be sad. Like, what makes you think I'm sad? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm meditating, or because I'm chiing up, or doing some Tai Chi, you know, chanting on some beads or something. It's like there's no place in society for inwardness.
And that's why it goes back to, again, thy kingdom come, thy will be done as it is in heaven, because it's not here. And anything that is outside of here, Christians, Muslims, Nuwapians, Sabatu, Muspatu, everybody should be seeing that this must be the coming of what we've been waiting for all these years. Mm-hmm. Because evidently what we see as the norm is what's the problem. So this thing that's different, that dude right there, you should be running over to him saying, hey, I see you meditating at an event. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? You must be the spiritual guide, like in the movies. That guy who's like, everybody has to run to him like, this must be the spiritual guide. This
like this is the beacon.
There it is. This got to be the beacon. Mm-hmm. And I'm realizing, and that's literally what we were saying last night. If we, even us as Muspatu, as Sabatu, if we say that we are the change that the world has to see, yet we're not being it. Let's say we have a language. We have a language that we must speak. Mm-hmm. If we're not speaking the language and we're not learning the language, then we're not changing.
Exactly.
If we don't change and do the, like you say, the actions that we're supposed to do, then what happens?
The action statement that says that you are what you're claiming to be.
Right. Exactly. And if we don't do it, what happens? And then so we asked them, we said, so what will happen to the world? And they was like, they'll stay the same. I said, but I thought you just said that there's nothing constant in the universe except what? Change. So why do you think that the world will stay the same if we don't change? The world doesn't stay the same. The world does what? It changes. It's going to keep changing. Yet now the question is, how will it change? And then one guy said, it'll change for the worse. I said, exactly. That's what it's doing. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Now, I mean, if they change anymore, then the brothers' pants will be on their ankles.
I know, exactly.
It's gonna be next year. It's gonna be on their thighs. Then after that,
it's gonna be underwear.
You understand?
So it's like in underwear,
right? This is the change, and so the whole point is change is inevitable. Yet you have a place where you are supposed to, as you say, be the beacon for the correct change, if that's what you want to call it. Because people say, well, who's to say what's right and who's to say that the right and you're right? It's just to say this. If grandma is complaining from the arthritis and the diabetes or whatever, then this person becomes a beacon and showing grandma, yeah, eat healthy, Grandma is going to either be obedient to the change now that she sees that the change exists. But if we never change because of the actions that we say we need to change to, then grandma never sees that, oh, baby, that's a different way of eating. I ain't never thought of it like that. I never heard of it like that. And so then grandma now sees that light.
There's something to reach for. There's something
to reach for. Something different, because grandma tired of that. Grandma's tired of that hurting and paining and
exactly
and having to take all them pills and all that. So eventually,
she's looking for something.
Right?
And then alternative. Other than the doctor's office.
Exactly.
She tried that.
And because they sing in the church, they say, oh, he is an awesome God, and he's my rock, he's my salvation. And then you show her in there, like, look, that this is what he wants for you. Didn't he say, he says, I came so that you may have life and have it more abundantly. And I came to have life and have it more abundantly. Yet we have to be the beacons of light to show them that, look, I'm 40 years old and I'm still doing flips and climbing trees and doing cartwheels. What were you doing at 40? So evidently there's something different that's going on. There's a change. I'm running through the parking lot and people who are either my age or twice my age looking at me like I'm goddamn Superman or Spider-Man, and all I'm doing, I'm just running across this parking lot from my car to my bus.
Like they can't imagine.
Whoa! And that's like,
I think another point, like that's kind of a pinpoint when it comes to the fear and love is, I think we fear patience. You know, and I think that's one of the main things that's powerful. You know what I'm saying? Which is like that's one of the main things about prayer, about meditation. That's one of the main things we need as a people. That's what we need to be able to learn a new language. Why? Because we think we're fearing that we're going to miss something.
Hey, D.
If we take a moment to breathe before talking, will someone have ran out? Will we have missed something? Did we, we got to keep it moving. We got to keep the ideas. We got to keep conversation going. You know what I'm saying? This is the pinpoint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, and though this is where the love cultivates. Within the patience. Within the sitting, within the being, the organic being that Creator gives us in every moment, like that's where the core of the love is. So the more we run away from that, the more most likely we're running towards fear. Why? Because too, that's where the channel is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we listen to the grace, Like,
A, D. Now, just saying that, I'm hearing you loud and clear. And that's all I kept playing in my ear as you saying is A, D, ADD.
Exactly. ADD.
ADD. And you know what you said? You said the word. You said the key word of what deals with ADD. Channel. Channel. What's the channel? Television. Don't you change the channels? So they created this channeling to cut off the real and original channeling. So now how does that? Yeah, what does that do with ADD? What does that have to do with ADD? You always saying stuff. ADD. What is an ADD? It's attention deficit disorder, correct?
So now we're talking.
So now you said it's hard for them to sit down and focus and channel in because the channels that they're watching, what is on that channel? Let's take a prime, everybody knows this. I say it, everybody knows this. Sesame Street. You watch it on a specific channel, PBS channel, So now, public bullshit. I mean, PBS. You watch it on PBS channel, and on this channel, what do they show you on Sesame Street? In that, about how long is Sesame Street show? About what, 30 minutes?
Yeah, about 30, 45.
Most shows,
30 minutes.
TV shows, yeah, about 30, 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, within that 30 to 45 minutes, you have gone to Big Bird's house, Snuffleupagus' house, then over here to Elmo, then Elmo's world, then go on to Oscar's Grouch, then over to Snuffleupagus, and Snuffleupagus is gonna tell you about the ones and threes. Then you go back over here to the whatever Maria and Joseph or whatever.
Exactly.
Then you go over here to ADD
Cartoon about fairies and
it's all of this within that 30-minute segment.
mm-hmm.
Nobody moves that fast in this real world.
Exactly.
So imagine taking this person who is constantly, regularly learning this way. This is how they're learning. This is Sesame Street is a learning show. So in their learning, they're going from Big Bird, Snuffleupagus, Oscar the Grouch, over here to the Maria Dope, then back over there, then to the Count, then the Cookie Monster.
Exactly.
All of this in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
So when you talk about sitting down and being still and channeling into one channel,
Exactly.
that's not,
And even knowing
all over
that
the
there's
place.
something of worth
in
that channel.
stillness. Right.
Exactly.
And that's why
Folks don't
people
know.
like,
Folks don't
they
know.
don't know.
Like, you don't even have to be a religion to know that or to tap into that.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like,
And that's what most people are not. They're not being in, because they did that to me one time. I was doing a homeschool, and I was saying, yeah, they just got to, get the focus down or whatever. And so the lady was like, well, do you think they have ADD? And I told her that. I said, you know what ADD is? ADD is TV. And that's why they all letters. All these letters they throwing at you. PBS, ADD, CBS, all of that. They all are the same family. They all letters.
exactly.
And letters are used for what?
How come we don't know a few languages? How come I'm
Right.
not speaking a few languages? Why?
Exactly.
Because we don't take the time. The time is here to be taken.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the excuse of not taking the time to look within for that channel, or to study a new language, or to edify oneself in any way. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what it's about.
And I think it's like that's where we tap into the grace light. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they say ego is edging out God or whatever. It's like we're edging out the grace. You know what I'm saying? By not taking the time to tap into that channel.
Yeah.
And then we're just shooting off the head, which is just straight intellect and ego.
Right. And it's like, when you look at it.
Whilst we got the highest technology, which is grace technology.
Because where does technology come from?
Exactly.
Grace technology. Great. If the technology that is here on this planet came from somebody's mind, ain't nothing spooky come drop and make it. So therefore somebody's tapping in. Somebody had to sit down and channel this education, this information. Exactly. We all tap into the same mental reservoir, but some people are satisfied with other people's creations. Like,
exactly.
But
they're
you have
satisfied with being entertained,
right?
And spending a life of being entertained rather than inner attainment or development and shining forth,
retainment,
creation,
right? Or sustainment.
Exactly.
It's like, because tain is to twine, to bind. So when you enter something entertainment, that means that you have entered this binding, what? Meant.
Like a container. Like
Right.
you're entering
Exactly.
a container. Like
Exactly. And that's what it is. It's
entertained. Like we're gonna keep you
yep, we're gonna
locked
keep
away
you
and
down.
contained. Because
Mentally.
we know how powerful you are.
Exactly.
So you contained from creating
Mm-hmm.
because we know what kind of creator you are.
Man. People, what is that? I don't think you're ready for my love to overflow, for this love to heal your soul, for me to give you my all, to all that I have. I don't think you're ready. Why? Because what? What I'm giving you is connection to the omniverse.
Exactly. Something that's
But
expensive.
Expensive.
It's
It's
expensive.
all expanding.
But when you feel the fear, you can tell it contracts and it tightens.
It condenses. Right.
Until it turns into a cancer.
Right. Exactly. It compacts into this one thing, and then it balls up and festers at that one spot. Mm-hmm. And now people become limited. And that's what people don't realize. A friend of mine, the sister and I, we were just talking. I said, you know what? People don't grow old. I said they grow slow. They start growing slower. They become slow. They slow down. They grow slow. They get to a slow state where they stop moving. Mm-hmm. They stop moving. When we were children, we go outside, we ride bikes, we run, we play, we climb trees,
we're agile.
Right. Hide and seek, kickball, stickball, all these things we do, but as we get older or as we change to years, someone tells us, quit playing, you childish. You grow up. Mm-hmm. Which literally means we're not growing up, we're growing down.
Exactly.
Because we were already up.
Exactly.
We were up, but to them, growing up is growing down because you stop moving. People stop moving. They stop running. They stop playing. They stop playing hide and go seek.
They stop imagining as well.
They stop that again. That's it. Mm-hmm. They stop imagining,
which is the mental exercise.
Exactly.
And they start to depend on intellect,
someone else's interpretation of what you should do and should not do, how you should view it and how you should not view it. Exactly. Mature is matter. So immaturity is out of matter. You're not in matter. You're not focusing in on what matter really does. So when you're mature, you are paying more. Right,
light of Ma'at.
Right. It's like you are dealing with what is the matter, what deals with matter. And matter is what? That physical energy that is still birthed and based off of that, the minute particles.
Exactly.
Subatomic, that, what is it? Spiritual. Some people say spiritual, some people say etheric, but it's all based off of that, which is the birthplace of this matter that we see. But if we're not focusing on what creates and produces matter, then then that's what makes us immature. Exactly. Or not mature. Exactly. We're not mature because we don't know what matter is. Because I was telling somebody, well, I don't see why, I gotta eat. I don't see nothing wrong with eating this and eating that. I said, right, but because that's not matter. That's not, you're not focusing in that your body is a substance that is based off of things. If things affect, that's matter. Exactly. Like people say Black lives matter. No, Black lives are matter. And once you show them that you are matter, show them that you are living, show them that you are working, show them that you are productive, show them that you are creating and producing your own reality. But if they looking and seeing that we're giving you everything, we're giving you your food, we're giving you your clothes, we're giving you your ideas, we're giving you your education, we're giving you everything. You're not matter. You don't matter.
Exactly.
You're not matter. We're
like you're an inanimate object.
Basically,
you're a robot to be programmed.
And that's it. You're inanimate. You don't become animated. Right. You don't become animated until we give you animation.
Exactly.
And that's how they look at it. But when you start animating yourself, like you say, when you channel in and you channel into that space of imagine a shine, not imagination. That's what they have you locked in. You imagine a shun. Every time that you try to imagine something, and all that you can come up with is you shunning everything.
Exactly.
Even with it, when you choose a man, and that's the man that you want and you love, then you start shunning him because he's everything that you want. Hold on, stop.
Exactly.
Vice versa. No, it's too good to be true. What? Shouldn't it be so good that it's true?
Exactly.
It's so good it must be true. It's so good it has to be true.
Exactly.
But how did they kick that into our brain? It's too good to be true.
Exactly.
That's the dumbest.
And then imagine how ones and ones like Yeshua and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, like they come with these scriptures and these teachings, right? So they don't just come out the wood with them. They come like Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He went off to the cave and meditated.
Yeah,
I think it even says it in there, like, you know.
Yeah.
Sat, you know. It didn't just come off his brain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
his own personal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just like Yeshua, he went to the mount. You know what I'm saying? Or Moshe, he went to the mount. But Yeshua, at a certain point, he went to a mountaintop as well and got some keys as well. You know, it's like
he did his in the youth. He went to Egypt. That's where they say he was waxed wise with wisdom in Egypt. Okay. In the mountain. That mountain was the pyramid. That pyramid mountain. So, and that's again, it's the same bill. It doesn't take away. It's the same bill. They went to the mountain. Exactly. Even what Martin Luther King said one time, I went up to the mountain. I went to the mountain. You know, he said, and I've seen and I looked over and I seen the promised land. And he said, I might not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that so he received the download from there. So that means he was taking his to the next round. Like, I may not get there with you, but we as a people gonna get there.
Exactly.
You know? Exactly. And so the downloads have to come. You are so correct. That's why they keep us busy. Exactly. They keep us busy. Exactly. And it's like they keep you busy.
And a part of it is because that's where the real love is. Right? We're looking out for the love. We're looking out here. Is it there? Is it there? Is it mom? Is it wife? Is it friends? Is it children? Is it students? Is it, our peers? We're looking all around trying to find the love. It's like the real love is between man and something more cosmic, like
which truthfully is this. Watch it. The word selfish.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
The word selfish. What do people think the word selfish means? Everybody think the word selfish means, oh, you self-centered. Oh, it's all about you. It's all about you. You only concerned about you. No, that's not what the word is. Selfish is that. Selfish. it means that you're really not about self. Because when you say 9-ish, it's not exactly 9.
Exactly. It's
around kinda. So when you say selfish, that's what that means. It's you're kinda about yourself. That means that you're not self-centered. That means that you don't have yourself centered.
Exactly.
And what should yourself be? Yourself should be centered.
Exactly.
And the reason why, like you said, most people are looking for love outside of themselves.
Exactly.
But the love,
and that's where fear comes in, because you're not finding it.
Right. And it's like you're supposed to love self. People want to
and the people that chase you are usually the ones that see you centered in yourself, and they want to pull you out of that and usurp your energy. I mean, they don't want to, but like they don't even know it, you know.
But this is the thing too. Sometimes, again, if your self is centered, then those people, even though that's their duty, you're centered.
Exactly.
So there's no pulling you off your center. Only thing that can take you off your center is you. Exactly. That's why you're self-centered. But when a person becomes selfish and they're really not about themselves, they're really like they don't have full confidence in knowing self, then somebody's gonna, like you say, come along and try to distract and detract, and it works because that person was selfish. They were selfish, and they didn't honor themselves.
Exactly.
That's why I said, if a woman is working a job that she cannot stand, she's selfish. If a man is working a job that he cannot stand, he's selfish. Exactly. And them being selfish, now they find a mate that they cannot stand or don't get along with or don't, fuse together with. So that's because all these selfish acts, people are selfish. In order to have a selfish situation, both parties have to be selfish. Exactly. That's why they're both bumping heads. You don't want to do what I want to do. You don't want to do what I want to do. I want to do this. You don't want to do. They're selfish.
Exactly. Rather than self-centered.
When they get centered and balancement, because that's what most people say. It's about balance. You got to have balancement. But then they start talking all this selfish rhetoric, which is not balancement. That's not balancement. Exactly. That's selfish rhetoric. But when you get into balancement and have yourself centered, then you say, oh, these are the actions that I'm supposed to take. Why am I chasing her when I'm supposed to be here? Exactly. I'm supposed to be meditating. And when I open my eyes,
everything I'm looking for,
she's right there.
Exactly.
They're right there.
Exactly.
It's right here.
Exactly.
Not
and that's somebody who's anchored. Like
there it is.
That's the anchor of Most High. Like, and we anchored himself.
And we say that. This is how we say that word. That's someone who's anchored.
Nice. Exactly. There we go.
That's someone who is anchored.
That's clear. That's clear. You see?
Yeah. And that's us, man. That's, like you say, that's that divine coming through. Not me trying to, man, let's build.
Exactly.
No.
Like, look at my turban. Look at my
skills. Look at me. I got it. I'm doing it.
I got a hook here.
I got knowledge and knowledge.
Earrings too. Like,
but I'm struggling. Exactly. I got 10 baby mamas and 12 and all this because I'm not anchored in my divine divinity.
And that's the greatest wealth.
Yes.
Because
wisdom.
That's where true love is.
It is.
So, and what is that true love? That true love is the thing that can heal the sick, that can bring a dead man back to life.
That's
the thing that can, make somebody see that there's meaning in life, Though it's not something to be looking for,
Right.
It's like it's anchored, or it's anchored right there.
Yeah, right there.
So it's like you're saying, it's like curing whatever needs to be cured within first.
Yes.
You know, to be the ankh, to be that ankh, and
Know
shine forth
thyself.
that
Yeah.
step by step, even if it's small steps, day by day, moving towards like those action statements that align, with that truth that you know to be the truth. Just like a lot of people, like I was saying, they say they're Christians because they know a lot of the stuff Yeshua's talking about is true. They know it to be the truth.
Right.
But their action statements are saying, I ain't no Christian. I'm an American.
Right, I don't believe that.
Like, I'm an American before I'm a Christian.
Christianity is good, but reality is I gotta work. I gotta get a job. I gotta feed my kids. I gotta. Whoa.
I mean, and Yeshua is probably one of the most cosmic. If you were to meet him, probably be one of the most cosmic cats. He'd probably be like, you need to get a job. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's exactly what they be telling them. Because the very words that people say, you gotta understand. He's like, this woman prays every day, all the time.
Wow.
But it's like, what? I don't know what these people are expecting. I don't even know what they're expecting me to look like or I don't know. It's like, what really do they want? They don't.
Some love healings. They go sorcery and string you up.
It's like this crazy.
That love. What they know is the love that you take a picture of and put up on Instagram and show everybody. Relationship goals or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For that day.
The Uchi Coochie love.
Exactly. You
know that Uchi Coochie love.
It's like,
and that's all.
It's like it's not anchored. It's swaying from day to day. It's swaying from mood to mood. It's swaying from cycle to cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's not uncured.
Right.
It's like it's a different thing. Like we said, it's like when you're not in that love, then you're susceptible to this world of fears. And there's no way to live. Like, it's no way to live.
Yeah.
Like, can't go out here in this world of fears. Just playing by the rules of like the world of fears. Like, you're gonna end up with an ulcer. You know what I'm saying? Or a stroke, or you know what I'm saying? Because the anxieties involved and the love nutrition that we need, we don't get it. Yeah. And what we're getting instead is this anxiety of the world. Then, of course, we're heading towards death.
Right. And that's exactly what we was building on. Like, I was telling the sister, we said we rode our bike from Stone Mountain, Georgia, all the way to College Park, Georgia. And they was like, what? You did? What? How you do that? Da, da, da. Like, yeah, it was, you know, I said it was one of the greatest days of our life. And they was like, what? Why? I said, do you hear what I said? The greatest day of our life. Living. I said that living. That's one of the greatest days of our life, because that was one of the days that we really were living. Exactly. We rode a bicycle from Stone Mountain all the way to College Park. And it's like, that's living. What we're doing now is not living, we're dying. The things that we're doing is about death and destruction. That's why they call it incorporate. That's why they call it corporation. It's a corpse. corp is the corpse. And the O is omega. O is omega. Omega means ending, the ending or the death. And then you have rate, meaning this is how they rate things. They rate everything by the ending of the corpse. Or the corpse's ending. That's how they rate things. What do they call it? They call it autopsy. So in the autopsy, they rate the ending of the corpse.
Exactly.
Oh, how did this? Oh, so that's how that thing died. Oh, that's what killed it. Oh, that's how it killed it. Oh, put more of that out, Joe. Put some more of that out and put some more of this out. We're going to kill some more of them.
Exactly.
And this is about death. Why? Because the Messiah said, I came so that you can have life and have it more abundantly.
Exactly.
If you continue in my word, then are you my disciples indeed, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And it says, my people perish, though, from a lack of knowledge. My people perish from a lack of knowledge. They don't know. They're believing in everything. They believe that. That's why it says seeing is believing.
Exactly.
But how can
rather than indeed in belief?
Right.
You may be my disciple in belief, but not indeed.
Not indeed. Right.
That's what matters more.
Right. And you have to continue in my word. What am I saying? What am I telling you? What? Man live not by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord, out of the Most High. So who's living by it?
Exactly.
That's where we want to be. That's where I want to be.
That's real.
I'm looking back and I'm like, dang, I've been listening to y'all, looking up to y'all because you all are Christians, you all are Muslims, you all are Nuwapians, you all are Musbatu, and I'm listening up to you because your words are so profound. But I have not found the pro in any of it.
Exactly.
And it's like where the pro can be found, but I haven't found any pros yet. Exactly. Where are the pros?
Exactly.
It's like the words are profound, but I want to find the pro. And the way I find the pro is I have to look within myself and become self-centered and stop letting people tell me how I should view what I'm listening to.
Exactly.
Well, you gonna be so heavenly good that you be no earthly good. And I had to say no. I want to be so heavenly good that I bring all earthly greatness. So I'm sorry I can't listen to you Christians. That doesn't make sense to me. Because it says thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So therefore, I want to be so heavenly good that I bring all earthly greatness. So only way I can do that is I have to become profound and live by every word that comes out of his mouth.
Exactly.
Continuing.
And too, something that kind of connects with that is like what comes from the throne. It's like the real love. Maybe one of the attributes of the real love is that it's not about getting anything. So that's why you're not looking like, where do I find it? You know, because once you start trying to usurp it, once you pick the flower, then the flower's dying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As soon as you pick it, you know, you're trying to get it and grab it and take it home, put it in a frame or something. Right. It's like the real love radiates.
Trying to own it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The real love radiates forth freely. Just radiates. And it's like, it's not something you can grab onto, like our music.
It's better to give than to receive.
Exactly. You know? So when you see people like trying to take it and, you know, put their hands on it, and it's like, I'm not so sure if this is it. You know what I'm saying? So
ain't it.
Exactly. So it's like just radiating forth and generating from within.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just really looking at the attributes of love and fear, because that means you're fearing that you're going to lose it. That's why
Right.
you want to take it home. That's why you want to put it in a doggy bag.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you want to put the dog collar around it, and
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want it straying.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
believe it's gonna end.
exactly.
You believe in the ending.
Exactly. So that fear, or that fear of like, oh, he has it and I want it. I don't know how to spark it, or this, that, or the other. It's like it radiates from within,
And that's
looking at those attributes of love and fear and how we lean towards one or the other, in subtle ways, you know what I'm saying? Like often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and that's ultimately it's about this overstanding, the overstanding of self. When people overstand self, when they become self-centered, diseases are not okay.
Exactly.
Like,
and it shows kind of that we're in a fear-based society.
Yeah.
That's why diseases are prevalent. That's why, the ADD is prevalent. That's why the, dying is prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And people are like, everyone has to die. It's just something that has to happen.
What you have to do.
Now, if you say something about some transmutation, people are going to look at you like you dumb, or like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Whilst what's natural, so it's like everything's flipped. In a fear-based society, everything is flipped.
It has to be.
So
and let's
imagine a love-based society. What does that look like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's where we come in, though. This is what I'm saying. Like, as we say, this is where we come in. Ultimately, we could talk about their fear all day long. But when we start bringing it home and talking about our fear, it shows why they are. Because the problem is really the fear of the beacons. The beacons to, I don't know if I like this light, what's going to happen? Many of us are in that zone. Like, you don't understand. I'm so coming to the doorway of saying, you know what? I don't give a crap. If I got to do this all by myself, I'm going to do it all by myself. Oh, but think about Martin. Oh, but think about Malcolm. Oh, but think about Dr. Sabi. I have to do what I do.
Exactly.
Whatever my path is, I got to do my path. Well, think about Dr. Malachi York. Think about Mutulu Shakur. Okay, so you're going to give me all the failures or the things that appear to be failures, because the reality of it is none of them failed.
Exactly.
The people failed.
None
of them failed.
Like, me personally, I don't believe in teachers that say follow me anymore. To me, I believe in teachers that teach teachers. And that's why I say if the teacher isn't teaching you to be the master, and that's what I'm saying, and not saying follow me, because there's no one way.
But see, and this is the thing. This is why I just said none of them failed, because none of them were saying follow me. All of them were saying this is how you should do you.
Exactly. And I do always hear Dr. Malachi York say, I
don't want followers.
Believe me. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, and he said, I don't want followers. He said, I want you to walk with me. Exactly. I don't want followers. Walk with me. Go out here and do do this stuff. I'm giving it to you so that you can, as he say, put on the mask of God.
Exactly.
And be responsible and accountable for your actions.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm looking at now.
The side eye when folks are like, I'm the Christ, I'm the special somebody, and you guys are the flock, and you'll get into your Christhood or whatever, that whole thing. I'll be like,
yeah, that's the ones, like you say, that's the ones you watch out for.
Exactly.
The ones that are like, again, follow me, not only saying follow me, but then don't have anything, follow you where? What do you have?
Exactly.
Well, you know, our storefront where we pay rent at.
Exactly.
You know, we don't own the storefront. We don't own anything. But you come follow me. Come follow you what? And be a then I gotta still work for the man.
Exactly.
And bring my hard-earned money from him to you, so you can pay your light bill or your rent or whatever. No.
Exactly.
Where is a leader? A leader teaches me how. What they say? You give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. You teach him how to fish, they eat for a lifetime. That is a leader.
Exactly.
Now, and one of my sayings is, if
now.
you follow. Yep, exactly. Waiting for leaders now. Exactly. Why are we leaders waiting for leaders? We're supposed to be leading. We're waiting for another leader to tell us what we need to do, and he's already told you, go lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, go lead, but when I go lead, what am I supposed to do? Go lead. Exactly. Yeah, I get that, but then tell me more. Like exactly. I told you everything.
It's different if I'm teaching you, if I'm trying to help you learn how to hit your note more confident, more strong, so that we can harmonize better together.
There's skills. Leaders.
But I don't want to harmonize and then you jump off your note and go to my note, because you can't concentrate and focus on your own note.
And that's what most people are.
Then we ain't gonna harmonize.
They're not even doing that. Let's be real. They're not even doing that. They're not even jumping on that note. Like people who even talk about, Dr. York, they're not even jumping on the Dr. York. This deity had 476 acres of land. He had 2 pyramids built on his land. You know, he had businesses, music. It was just so many different levels. So again, even if you want to say, I'm Dr. York want this. Okay, well, you say you follow him, then what are you doing? Mm-hmm. And that's where it is. And it's like, why are we sitting around waiting for someone to pat us on the back? Mm-hmm. Give us some, my baby. Oh, what is that? We have already done it. And like you said,
that was straight channeled through.
It's heat to me. It's heat to you. Who else does it need to be heat to before we put it out there as heat? That's why we say not albums.
More.
Right.
Yeah. That child is sick. It's hell. It's pure hell.
Yeah, it is. And, and it's like when we know it, now we got to show it. Brother was, matter of fact, brother on Facebook just said to us, he was, he was saying it to the people like, y'all need to support Quantity in One. I have seen, Quantity in One in full effect, And I was like, I can't let my ego allow this to happen, brother. I'm going to go ahead and let you know. You have not seen Quantity in One in full effect.
Exactly.
I'm lunching, dude. I've been slacking. You have yet to see Quantity in One in full effect. What Quantity in One really is, the elements that Quantity in One really is.
I mean, once we're activated, the sleepers won't be allowed to sleep. Like the beacon will be so bright.
Yo, let me read this.
So snoring. Folks are so asleep, man. I'm just handing out pillows.
And that's it.
Let
And
the
that's
sleeper
because,
sleep, let the dead bury the dead and the sleeper sleep. Like,
yo,
I got
and that's,
pillows to spare. Here you go. But
that's real.
it ain't that time. Like,
It's
folks
not.
have to wake up.
They got to.
At least
and
if they want to be in the presence.
The only way that's going to happen again, like you say, we as the whatever we have that we feel is great, we must live in it. We must
real
just all up in it. Then it's like, because when we do that, whatever the change that you are the ones you've been waiting for, all that stuff. Like my father said to us one time, he came to our bookstore, the Nawapian bookstore, and he was like, yeah, this is good, you young brothers is saying and all that, but what do you have? Exactly. And I was like, I was offended. Like, what? What do you mean? Well, we got our own land, we got our own language, we got our own this and da 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 da. I was young and dumb. But when I got older, I realized, yes, we do have profound information, but I did not find any pro other than the one who was giving the profound information.
Exactly.
Nobody was saying, word, I can do it too. What? I can do it too. What? I can do it too. So when Marcus Garvey left the scene, what happened? Everybody else left with him. Exactly. All the profound left with him. Because nobody said, dang, Marcus, I got you. I see what you're doing. Exactly. Let's keep this happening.
Exactly.
You mean to tell me nobody
and
else?
Folks get intimidated too.
But it is
because though, like I was saying, the patience is the thing. Like you said, biking from one end of the town to the other. It's one pedal at a time, just like walking.
One do at a time.
Especially when I'm out in Africa, like I do a lot of walking, but I don't even think about it. It's just like I just take a step at a time. By the end of the day, I'm like, or by the time I'm finished walking, I'm way on the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same with learning these languages. That's the same with writing a book. It starts with one sentence at a time.
That's right.
Rather than looking at it like, and that's something I see is that people are caught up in deity worship. Meaning these masters, meaning these beautiful women, you know what I'm saying? Meaning these stars on TV, celebrities, you know what I'm saying? We caught up in deity worship. The cars, the this, that, and the other.
Possession.
We're so caught up in deity worship, not realizing it's like, wow, look at Dr. Malika, look at all the books he wrote. And, oh man, he the master in this. Yeah, though, what did Yeshua say? These things and greater you can do. That's the master. I'm not looking at sideways because he's not like, look at me, he's like, yo, you can do this too. Take one step at a time and watch and see where you end up. Just don't even look up. Just keep going.
And that's what most people miss. That's what most people miss. Yeshua said that. What did he say? He said that, but then after he said that, he's like, you know what? I gotta leave. It's expedient that I leave because I have yet many things to say unto you, but you cannot bear them now. Exactly. And the only thing with Dr. York, the reason why he's still writing books is because people are still not listening, still not being obedient. He said, walk with me. Come do this, do that, do this. But people are like, oh yeah, like you say, it's deity worship. Yeah, you the man. No, I'm not. You're the man. No, you the man. No, you're the man. Like, how many times do I have to keep going back and forth with you? It's in the books. It's all throughout the books.
Exactly. Like the same tool that I got, like with the Heartworks. Same tool I got. I just turned it on. Yours just ain't on. It's just lying dormant. You just gotta turn it on. Once it turns on, it works. The technology that it generates, you know, the electricity,
right?
Kill the dead. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what people not getting. People not getting it from Yeshua. People not getting it from Dr. Malachi Z. People are not getting it from any other teachers who have come and said it. It's like even Dr. York said, we all tap into the same mental reservoir. Why are you all not tapping into what I'm tapping into? Being my true deity self.
Like going beyond deity worship in general. Maybe
this is what I'm saying. Listen, we're saying the same thing. Going beyond deity worship is knowing what makes deity, knowing what it is. So if you know what makes deity, then you'll realize
naturally
you have
from to the Brahman.
Right. So and then like you said, naturally, keyword. When they look at Yeshua, the things that Yeshua did, they called it what? Super natural, right? When you look at things that all these people do, they call it supernatural things. But look at that word, supernatural. What does it mean? It really means really natural. It's very natural. So we are out of our natural mind state. We're out of our natural divinity. Therefore, when the deity comes and steps on the scene, he becomes supernatural, but we don't realize supernatural just means really natural. That's why Yeshua could come to them and say, look, why are y'all amazed at what I do? Why are y'all awing at what I do?
Exactly.
These works and also greater works you will be able to do.
Exactly.
If he say, if you continue in my word, then are you my disciples indeed. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So the whole point is, again, everybody's missing it. It's not the deity is not the problem. The problem is people are forgetting that Yahshua said, I have said ye are gods. Why are y'all battling because I say I'm the son of God? Is it not written in your law that I have said ye are gods? So you're a deity too. Exactly. Yes, I'm a deity, but you're a deity too. But y'all are missing the elements of deityship.
And so it's like saying, yeah, I'm deity, though I'm not special.
I'm not right. I'm deity. That's not what makes me special. What makes me special is that I'm using it and you're not.
That I've turned it on. Exactly.
I turned it on and I'm using it and you're not.
Exactly. Yours is
I'm
dormant.
doing. Right. I'm doing. And you, when you say indeed, I am in the deed of it and you're sitting in the need of it. That's why I say we go from one extreme to the next. One, we start trying to belittle the deities who stood up and tried to like, oh, they ain't no deity. No, they're still a deity. Just because you didn't man up or deity up to get in your deityship, don't be trying to bring them down and chomp them down. Just because they did theirs, turned it on, utilized it, and are utilizing. That's what Yeshua is saying. Y'all are not following the way. This is the way that we're thinking.
I feel like we're fighting the fear-based matrix with this noosphere, with this noosphere. So it's like, with this knowing, with this love energy, with these keys we're dropping, it fights the theorisphere. You know what I'm saying? It's like takes us because we need some reinforcements, man. The world needs reinforcements.
And
know us sphere rather than the theorisphere.
Yeah, and that's And that's where we have to be that change though. It's like, exactly. Are you gonna be brave enough to go out there and walk the walk?
Which is what we're doing.
And it's like, if you have to wear something different to show them, hey, you look at you and they like, he's different.
Exactly.
Now you got the physical. You see he's different because he's wearing something different. Then not only does he wear something different, when you come up and, because this is what they do, even with me, they walk up to me and they want to see what I say. They're looking for me to say, chop of the day or marry mate, right? Exactly. Something. Exactly. They're expecting me to say something different.
Exactly.
So when they,
me, you know what I'm saying? Like, folks are always like, where are you from?
Exactly.
Well, I was born and raised in Carson. Carson, California. No, but where are you from? Where's your
exactly from? That's what they do me. I tell them Norfolk, Virginia, and they're like, but where are you from though?
They can't accept that you're American, you know what I'm saying? Like you're too different, like,
And that's when you start. Now this is when we start being okay and comfortable with giving our answers.
Exactly.
I'm not from here. I'm not from this. I'm not Carson because that's something they made up or whatever. So now I can start giving you some type of truth which is what you're looking for. Exactly. See, now I mess up because I give you something other than what you're looking for. You're looking for who and what I am. What are you representing?
I mean, basically, I end up like, yeah, I got family in West Africa,
Right. And then when it gives them, right, look, it gives them sort of what they thought they were looking for.
Exactly.
But when you take them beyond that, like, and that's what I started.
Not stop until you tell them something like,
right, something out of this world, like,
exactly,
out of this country.
Exactly.
Which is what we are, regardless of what. Regardless, my mother's from America, my father's from America, yet my soul, my divinity,
the root of it is going to take you back to Sirius.
It's right.
I'm from Sirius B.
And that's it.
I'm a Sirius star.
Because I can't say I'm from anywhere if I'm on this planet and I've been on this planet. So evidently I must be from somewhere else. Because the from means that I came here from somewhere.
Exactly.
If I'm on the same planet and I go from New York to South Carolina, I'm not from anywhere. I'm still on the planet. Like,
exactly.
The from is another planet to this
from
planet.
Outside to somewhere. Exactly.
Right. So it's like I'm here, just like up and down. There's no such thing as up and down when you're in a center of the universe. If I point up and you're pointing up and you're in California, now I point up and I'm in Georgia.
Exactly.
Are we both pointing the same direction? No.
Exactly.
Your up is over here somewhere and my up is pointing over there somewhere. So then if I'm on this part of the planet and you're on this part of the planet and I point up, my up might be up, but your up might be down. Come on now.
I mean, even just like the question, where are you from, isn't the question, where were you born?
Right.
Nor is it the question, where were you raised?
Right. And that's where you start.
Then you have to ask them, do you want to know, are you asking me where I'm from? Or are you asking where I was born? Or are you asking where I was raised? I was born in Compton. I was raised in Carson. I'm from the stars. I was like I'm from the Most High. I'm from Graceland. I'm from Sirius.
Sure. And this is why when you start learning language, speaking language, start realizing that detail that English does not do for you here. English does not do that for you. Just like you say, we got W-O-U-N-D. W-O-U-N-D. They'll tell you that one is wound and one is wound. They're both spelled the same way, but they sound two different ways, and they mean two different things.
Exactly.
That's seeing is believing. That's when they say seeing is believing. That's what they meant. That's why they've been saying it to us for all these years. Oh, seeing is believing. But then someone comes on the scene and says, no, seeing is knowing. But no, they meant what they said. Seeing is believing. Because when you look at O-N-E, you believe that says one. You believe that could possibly say one. How do you believe? That's why we now also focus in on the quantity in one and put the O and the N capital. Because we want to also get people to pay attention to how can this be one? There's no such thing as one. Not as O-N-E. So therefore, we're giving it to you also so you can start paying attention to, hey, capitalize O-N. Look at that. That's O-N. How is it one? There's no W in this word. How is it quantity in one? There's no W in this word. It's a O and it's an N. And then it's a E. I don't hear the E in there either. It's not one-y. It's not on-y. What's going on? Pay attention. There's a science to what we're doing. We ain't just playing with this. This is a science.
It's a spell.
Yeah. It's like you have to break this spell.
Exactly.
With the spelling.
With the spell. Exactly.
I have to use the spell to break the spell. Because again, you saying it, now it's like, where am I from? What do you mean from? From? Like, from? Exactly. I'm here.
Exactly.
Not from anywhere. I've always been here. I'm planet Earth. I'm on planet Earth.
I was going to say, though, so if you go to the bookstore, hit me up.
Okay.
Let's continue. The clock just hit 1:44. So that's giving me a sign.
All right.
So if you go, hit me and let's continue.
All right. That'll be peace. Okay.
All right, bro.
Okay.